I'm asking you to understand that it is time for our policies to be as bold as our aspirations and to confront the fact that we have been offered false choices. We do not have to choose between a competitive economy and an equitable one.
Governor Wes Moore, his historic inauguration in Maryland brings hugs and calls for unity. DC News Now's Annalisa Gale is live in Annapolis for us tonight. Annalisa, what was it like?
Mark, you could feel the sense of pride beaming in the audience today. Today, many say this is a day they will remember for a long time, as it is now recorded in the history books.
Very historic day. As a matter of fact, I had the opportunity to give the opening prayer for today's Maryland General Assembly session.
I started following Wes's campaign in the summer of 2021. At the time, I was a sitting delegate, and Wes, the very first time I spoke to him, there was something dynamic about him that I hadn't seen in really any of the other gubernatorial candidates at the time.
I served at every level of government. I never thought I'd be here supporting a Maryland governor that looked like me. So I already had a lot of love for my state, but my heart is beaming with joy for the future.
More than 1,000 people gathered in Annapolis on Wednesday for the inauguration of Wes Moore, only the third black governor to be sworn in the nation's history. And the 63rd governor of Maryland.
Right now, we are standing here in our history, in our shared history, in our collective history, made by people who over the past 2 centuries, regardless of their origin story to this state, fought and built a state and a country that works for everybody.
At his side, his wife, Dawn Moore, and his 2 children, along with his new co-pilot, Aruna Miller, the first lieutenant governor who is a woman of color and first South Asian woman in the role.
12 years ago, I was sworn in to the same state house as a delegate from District 15, where I served for 8 years.
Her daughter sharing an emotional tribute.
I said I wasn't going to cry. It is her commitment to public service that led me to become a public school teacher.
In the audience, elementary school students and celebrities like Oprah Winfrey, who supported Moore throughout his campaign.
That with Wes Moore as your governor, Maryland's best days lie ahead.
In his address, Moore stayed focused on his mission as governor, encouraging Marylanders to work together.
But climate change is an existential threat, and it is happening now in our communities. And so confronting climate change represents another chance for Maryland to lead.
And we're told that the dress worn today by the new First Lady of Maryland would actually be donated to a museum and then later to a nonprofit for young women looking for prom dresses. Live in Annapolis tonight, Annalisa Gale, DC News Now.
Annalisa, thank you. The inauguration ceremony brought Marylanders to the state capitol today from across the state. And people from Washington County boarded a bus to see firsthand the historic moment.
Historical day in my state of Maryland. I've been following Wes Moore probably for about 10 years now, and I'm just really proud of him.
His running mate, Aruna Miller, has probably fascinated more people. She's an intelligent woman. I can't wait to see them work together.
And the People's Inaugural Ball is being celebrated in Baltimore this evening.